Hello everyone, this is my visit to the Prague Castle complex in last September. A place one of my top destinations I've always wanted to go to because this is where the 30 Years' War, most historians say, started in 1618 when some Catholic representatives got thrown out the window, that defenestration, a word I never learned before. And also ended in 1648 with the final battle also taking place in Prague. Now, the 30 Years' War was complex, but three phases basically, or three different wars if you wouldn't even think of it. But what was going on was the crown jewels were being exhibited, and I didn't know that. So that was pretty cool. It only happens every 5 years for about 2 weeks in September. And ongoing from this year on, it's going to be 2 weeks in September every year now. So that was pretty cool. And so a lot of the complex was closed. So I got to visit the Basilica, which is one of the oldest structures in the complex, 10th century. And they're really doing a lot of work on the historical. It's used for concerts also. I didn't go to any one of the concerts. My timing was a little bit off on the concerts. And then I saw the line for the cathedral, which was really cool. I did go in it later. I went to the art gallery in the old monastery portion, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the art gallery there. There were some really great works of art. But I did get in the cathedral after the art gallery. So I moseyed over there, which is in that direction there. And the cathedral reminded me of the St. Stephen's Dome and even the one in Strasbourg and a couple of other places. And it turned out the same people kind of worked on the cathedrals. So that's why they look similar. Some of the paintings that fascinated me were always the ones that portrayed life back then and Greek mythology. I always enjoyed the Greek mythology stuff. And this one, a Flemish artist depicting a slaughter in a village. And that happened a good bit back then, unfortunately. So the crowds weren't too bad other than with the cathedral and the crown jewels. But I did manage to hop in when the line was a little bit shorter for the cathedral. And it was pretty fascinating. A lot of the Bohemian kings and royalty are buried here. Fairly important site for all of the Czechia. Beautiful little chapels on the side, and really a lot of history that just you don't expect when you turn a corner. You see this or that. And I didn't even know about I learned a little bit more about St. Wenceslas on this visit, and it's just a beautiful chapel, absolutely stunning. Another thing was the Order of the Red Star. I think that's what it was called. It was founded by women, and that red star you see in symbols all over the cathedral. I'd love to hear an organ concert here someday, but I was pretty pleased to come here mainly for the Joshua Bell concert, and I wanted to see the window where the people got tossed out to start the 30 Years' War. So I was pretty wore out after that tour, and I went to a cat cafe and wrapped it up because this was, I think, the end of my time in Prague. I think I had time for one little other thing, but I always go to a cat cafe whenever I can and relax and read. And I spent a couple hours there. It was pretty awesome. Alrighty, well, y'all take care.